Inland Sports.
With our guy Pep. What's up, Pep?
Patrick, I'm just glad to see you this morning because, man, Seahawks and Rams last night, I was like, oh.
It was tough.
It was tough, man. If you're a Rams fan, though, it's great news because the Rams had to have that win.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we saw what the 49ers did against New Orleans.
Yep.
Crazy comeback win. A game that went back and forth in the Big Easy. The 49ers pull it out. They're 11-2.
Yeah.
Is it 11-2? Yeah, 11-2.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. The Rams are, 8-5? So
and barely clinging on to a wild card.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. When you have like Dallas and
Yes.
Philly, who are probably going to get in with a 50 record or maybe even a losing record.
I know someone's going to win that division,
Right.
and actually the Cowboys did the Eagles a favor because they're just taking a dump here at the end of the season.
There was a great quote from the game last night where at the end of the game, the commentator said, as they're going over all the playoff scenarios, they're like, well, somebody from the NFC East will get in solely just because it's tradition at this point.
And speaking of the Cowboys, isn't it Rams-Cowboys next week?
It is.
I think you're right.
Yep.
Yeah,
In Dallas.
that's going to be massive for both those teams.
It is. That's a big playoff indication game coming up next week.
I hope they beat each other up.
They're going to. I mean, this late in the season, you always look for those meaningful games. Like sometimes you'll have like a team that's wrapped up the division against a team that has already been eliminated from the playoffs, and those games aren't really fun to watch.
No.
When you have two teams fighting for their playoff lives,
Right.
fighting for a division title
Right.
to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Man, those games are awesome. So that should be a really good one. But we'll talk more about the NFC West, more NFL and college. Man, the bowl games are out.
We have it.
And the 4-team playoffs are out, and there is a fourth team that snuck in there at the final minute, right in the 12th hour, and that would be Oklahoma. So we'll talk about that as well. It's all brought to you by Matheson Gas, the gas professionals, for 3 locations around the Inland Empire: Fontana, Rancho Cucamonga, and Riverside. So if you need gas, you've got an Inland Empire business, you got the guys coming over to watch the game in your backyard, or maybe you're just need some gas for your family. Everyone needs gas, right? There's 2 kinds of people in the world: people who have gas, people who need gas.
Right.
You go to Matheson Gas. That's mathesongas.com online, or check out one of their 3 locations across the IE. That's Matheson Gas for all your gas and welding supplies. So the Rams beat the Seahawks 28-12.
Yep.
Which is crazy. So because the 49ers had already won in the morning, and then the Seahawks played at night, so the 49ers were probably watching the Rams and Seahawks thinking, okay,
totally.
how's this NFC West is going to play out now? So
The Rams just have our number, man.
they always, even when they were bad, they played Seattle tough.
Yeah,
It was just
always.
strange.
They're like your brother who just know. Aaron Donald is Russell Wilson's kryptonite. He
Yes.
is the one guy that makes Russell Wilson not look like the MVP.
No, and I think you're right.
Nothing.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think with Aaron Donald, he kind of neutralizes a lot of things that Russell Wilson likes to do. What makes Russell Wilson so great?
Hey, without a pick 6 and 2 field goals, it's 28-0.
Right.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes.
So
The Rams get a much, much needed win. As we mentioned, the 49ers came back on the Saints 48-46. What does it all mean? Niners 11-2, Seattle 10-3, the Rams 8-5. So the Rams, they need some help, but they could sneak in. Again, they need Minnesota to start losing some games
That's
here at
the
the
thing. I
end.
mean, you could get both wild card spots, but it is pretty rare, and you have to have a really good record, which they have a good record.
Yep.
Yeah.
But can they just stay above all the other teams in the NFC?
Yeah.
we'll see.
Monday Night Football, Eagles and Giants, and again, huge for the Eagles because the
Huge
Dallas
for the Eagles.
Cowboys cannot win.
But probably going to be
Jeez.
2 ugly teams out there, let's face it.
I think the little X factor is Eli.
I mean, this could be, it's to the point
Oh, that's right, it is Eli.
the Eagles
Eli
season.
Manning
where-
is playing too.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the point where our season could be over. This is where they turn it on and start winning, or we're just going to come out and completely crap the bed and the season's done.
Eli to me is dangerous because he kind of has that I don't give an F thing.
Yeah.
And he's
Well, they say
coming in. he
he's
has
dangerous
nothing.
because he's dumb enough to never be nervous.
Right. I could not agree more. Completely.
Well, the Eagles could just backstep, just completely moonwalk into the playoffs.
Somehow.
If
Hey,
Dallas
you get a
keeps
seat at the
losing.
table, that's all you need, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like poker, a chip and a chair. It's all you need.
So if Philly won, I think Philly and Dallas are both, 6 and 7?
Both tied. Dallas, I think, has the record breaker over us just because they beat us head-to-head so far. But
So you need to
tie
get one
records.
game ahead.
Right.
Okay.
And they got to play the Rams next week, which is a tough one for them.
Just-
Eagles have a pretty easy schedule to fill out the rest of the year just because
It could happen.
our division's so bad.
Just get Nick Foles back. He's floundering in Jacksonville.
Right?
Put him back on the team where he belongs, and I bet you they start getting
That
Right.
Eagle magic.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Something about wearing that Eagle uniform. And yesterday also the Chiefs beating New England
And
in
beat
New
them
England
good.
23-16 to clinch the AFC West.
Yeah, that was a wild game. Weird.
Yeah, what was it? 21 straight at home.
Yeah,
Foxborough
I mean,
for the New England Patriots.
It looked like it was going to be trouble for the Patriots come playoff time.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like this is a total Patriot thing. Like, lose a couple games, people will start doubting them,
Right.
and they'll get to the playoffs and they'll find a way. But
There was a
don't know.
lot of talk about how
I
the
don't know.
refs were screwing the Patriots over in that game left and right, but everybody at the same time was like, good. It's about time they get it.
Yeah. Welcome to life.
Well, I had a friend. He hit me up. He's like, "Hey, did you hear the Chiefs' uniforms were sent to a different city? Did you guys hear about that?"
Yeah,
They're like,
that New Jersey.
total Patriot move, right? Like the
Right.
Patriots are always cheating, finding ways to get a one up on someone else. Maybe some Patriot
There was
insiders
great
send them.
video of Chiefs equipment people. Once they got the bags, they were running them into the stadium because you could tell the players were already in the locker room waiting for these uniforms.
That
That's too bad.
only happens with Patriot games,
Right.
right? And finally, college football. The bowl games are set. The playoffs are set. Here's your
Bama, huh? Come on, Bama. No,
actually,
they left them out.
Alabama's playing Michigan in the Citrus Bowl. That's
Right.
actually a great game.
It is.
So that one could be a lot of fun. But the 4-team playoff, LSU against Oklahoma,
Nice.
and one of them, and the other one is Ohio State Clemson.
I think that's a pretty good matchup right there. Those are 4 damn good teams. The best teams, I think.
Do we have any kind of prediction on who we think is going to get through those and be in the
I
championship?
think LSU is very dangerous because
Yeah.
Burrow is such a good quarterback.
Yeah, LSU.
Quarterback
I'd pick.
plays big to me.
The other one to me is a toss-up. Ohio State Clemson. I have no idea.
Ohio State is going to be very dangerous, I feel like, because no one's talking about them. Because like Urban Meyer left, and no one realizes that they actually have a decent coach.
Yeah.
And that they're very tough, and they just have athletes, man.
Yeah, and then we've been trained for the last couple of years that Alabama and Clemson are really good.
Right.
Nobody beats Alabama and Clemson. So in my mind, my first thing is, hey,
Whoa.
Clemson's going to beat Ohio
Right.
State. But
Well-
you're right, Patrick. People are sleeping on the Buckeyes.
I think you're right, though. It's going to be a really good game. It's like you said, Ohio State, I think, is better than people think, and then I think Clemson is as good as people think. I mean, they're very good. This
Yeah.
kid, Trevor Lawrence, I mean,
Yeah, their
it's hard to
quarterback.
keep him in college football. He's so good.
Yeah.
Just because he's so young.
Yeah, he's legit, that's for sure. And the two other games I just want to point out real quick: the Rose Bowl, Oregon against Wisconsin.
Big
Nice.
game. That's
Yeah.
going to be a great game
Dude,
right there.
The Ducks beat Utah. Utah should have been that 4th team in the
Right,
playoffs,
yes.
right? And they lost to the Oregon Ducks in the Pac-12 championships. It's Oregon against Wisconsin, Rose Bowl. That's a great game.
To lose to the Ducks, screwing the pooch. Oh my God.
Utah should have done it, man.
Go Pac-12 though.
And the Holiday Bowl, USC and Iowa. That's not a bad game
okay.
either.
Always a great game.
Yeah,
For
so-
like 30 years in a row.
Down in San Diego, that's going to be a good one. USC and Iowa.
So make sure you catch one of those 275 bowl games that
Oh.
are going to be happening.
Foosball is on. Alright, tell 'em how to get your stuff.
Non-stop. Hey, we're all over social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We got the YouTube channel as well. That's Inland Sports. We got coverage of the Aquinas Falcons football team, our only Inland Empire school reaching a state championship
Hey,
game in high school
nice.
football. Yep.
There you go. Thanks, Pat.
Inland Sports.